Anwar has rejected calls for him to sack one of his political aides over the support letter issue. Meanwhile, Rafizi has commented on Tengku Zafrul's remarks about the US reciprocal trade deal. Stay tuned for this and more on KiniNews. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim said the support letter issued by one of his political aides was vague and was not an instruction. He said this when asked about former Minister Rafizi Ramli's call for him to take firm action against Shamsul Iskandar Akin for issuing a support letter last year. Anwar pointed out that the project's approval process was not influenced by the letter, as the relevant authorities were fully aware of standard procedures. According to Bernama, he reportedly said that Rafizi is taking a rather hard line, and he understood it. He added that if we want to be consistent, many political secretaries, both past and present, have issued such letters. Stressing he is against the issuance of support letters, Anwar said any response to such matters should be proportionate. He said we should not take harsh action just because the person is someone we disagree with, and then go easy on those who are aligned with us. Anwar stressed that Malaysia must not lose sight of far bigger corruption scandals that have seen billions of ringgit siphoned off. When asked if a stern warning was sufficient, Anwar said he had the authority to decide on internal disciplinary matters. He said he has the authority and doesn't need to be instructed by anybody, particularly if they are not consistent and do not highlight major corruption cases involving VVIPs. He said going after the small fish may make you popular, but it does not give the desired impact. Pandan MP Rafizi Ramli said Tengku Zafrul's recent comments on the US reciprocal trade deal showed that critics weren't overreacting and had raised valid points over it. He said this in response to Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz's admission that the government is planning to renegotiate certain terms in the deal.
Baru-baru ini, Menteri MITI Senator Tengku Zafrul yang bertanggungjawab merundingkan perjanjian ini mengakui dalam podcast Keluar Sekejap yang kerajaan sekarang sedang berusaha untuk merundingkan kembali perjanjian itu. Ini termasuk klausa yang kontroversi seperti klausa 5.1 berbanding klausa sama dengan Cambodia yang secara jelas melindungi kedaulatan negara itu. Saya berlapang dada kerana beberapa perkara yang diulas Tengku Zafrul tidak jauh dari saranan-saranan yang pernah kami buat.
Rafizi also criticized pro-government cyber troopers for trolling the concerns raised by him and other PKR MPs following the signing of the trade deal. He said Subang MP Wong Chen, Setiawangsa MP Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad and himself have been told to leave the party and were accused of being bitter for losing in the party polls. He added that they should study the agreements signed by other countries with the US so that our agreement doesn't seem too one-sided towards the US compared to other nations. In conjunction with Malaysia Kini turning 26 and the upcoming Sabah state election, from now to 30th November, you can subscribe or renew your Malaysia Kini package with 25% off. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to enjoy this exclusive offer. Bersih has questioned the effectiveness of the newly passed Government Procurement Act. This came after a support letter was reportedly issued by a Prime Minister's aide to the Health Ministry on behalf of contractors. In a post on X, Bersih Chairperson Faisal Aziz said the incident raised doubts about whether the Act can truly guarantee a better procurement process. He said, as stated, the Act is meant to strengthen governance, transparency and efficiency in the implementation of government procurement. However, he questioned how this can be achieved if the practice of issuing support letters continues even after the Act has been passed in Parliament. Faisal noted that the current government has announced plans for further reforms, but asked whether they will be free from corruption. He stressed that laws alone are insufficient without commitment, adding that reforms must be driven by political will, otherwise they will ultimately be seen as just for show. Yesterday, former Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli criticized Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's decision to merely reprimand his senior political secretary, Shamsul Iskandar Akin, for issuing a support letter. Anwar had told Parliament on Tuesday that he had reprimanded one of his political secretaries for writing a support letter to 6 contractors in a hospital project last year. Prominent rights activist Ambika Srinivasan will join M. Indira Gandhi's Justice March tomorrow. This is according to the Indira Gandhi Action Team. Its chairperson Arun Dorasamy said Ambiga has consistently been at the forefront of various human rights and governance issues. He added that her presence is not only symbolic, it reinforces the fundamental principle that no authority is above the law, and that the fight for Prasana Diksa's return is a fight grounded in constitutional justice, child rights, and moral duty. Arun also said that a figure of her caliber walk alongside Indira is a powerful reminder to the nation that the pursuit of justice must never be abandoned, no matter how long the struggle. The Justice March tomorrow is being held to protest the police's repeated failure to retrieve Prasana, Indira's daughter, from her Muslim convert father, Ridwan Abdullah. There has been multiple court orders instructing authorities to arrest him and return the girl. Arun previously said protesters will march from the Sogo Shopping Center starting 10:30 a.m. to the Federal Police Headquarters in Bukit Aman. From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. The Malaysian Bar has voiced concern regarding the appointment of Federal Court Judge Ahmad Teriruddin Saleh to the Judicial Appointments Commission, while acknowledging that the appointment is under the Prime Minister's purview. Bar President Ezri Abdul Wahab said lack of transparency, including in the consideration applied, is troubling. In a statement, he pointed out that the position is usually filled by the most senior members of the Federal Court. He said departing from this practice raises legitimate questions about the basis for the decision, particularly in the absence of any clear explanation of the criteria used. He added that predictability, clarity, and respect for established norms are essential to sustaining public confidence in the independence of the judiciary. As we stressed, it was essential for JAC's composition and decision-making process to inspire public confidence, as the body plays a vital role in safeguarding judicial independence by recommending candidates for the highest judicial offices. Teriruddin's 2-year appointment to JAC took effect on November 15th. He was appointed by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim under the executive's quota of 5 JAC members. Under that quota, the Prime Minister can appoint 1 federal court judge and 4 eminent persons who are not members of the executive or other public service. The other 4 members, who are automatically appointed by virtue of their position in the judiciary, are the Chief Justice, who is also the Commission's chairperson, the Court of Appeal President, and the 2 Chief Judges representing East and West Malaysia. MIC President S.A. Vigneswaran said the party is always open to meeting with BN to discuss its future in the coalition, should an invitation be extended. In a Sina Harian report, Vigneswaran said that for now they have not received any invitation to meet with BN. He added that they can meet at any time and stressed that everyone needs to understand that BN or UMNO are not MIC's enemies, as they have been together for more than 60 years. He stressed that what doing now is for the party's future because it seems as if the party is not given space when decisions are made. However, he said this does not mean MIC wants to threaten anyone. He added that MIC has never conducted itself that way and has never intended to slight anyone. According to the report, on Wednesday, BN Chairperson and UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi had instructed his deputy, Muhammad Hassan, to arrange a meeting with the MIC top leadership. MIC's ties with BN have been straining of late, with the party's delegates approving a motion to quit the coalition during its annual general meeting on November 16th. Vigneswaran had previously said that although party delegates had voted to quit, the final decision is up to him and the party's Central Working Committee, but that they are leaning towards cutting ties for now. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.